Okay, this is for the woman whose hair is literally stuck at one length, and no matter what you try, no matter how you style your hair, no matter what products you use, you can't seem to get it past this shoulder length. I really want you to listen into this video because that's exactly where I was. 5 years ago, my hair was stuck as well. My hair was stuck. Well, technically 5 years ago, my hair was shaved. But what I mean is prior to that, my hair was stuck at shoulder length, and no matter what I tried, I couldn't get my hair any longer. It's as though it had just stopped growing. But the things that I'm going to share with you in this video is exactly why I managed to grow my hair down my back, and it's now at mid back length. So I really want you to listen in. Let me also just say, sorry, that wasn't very clear. I've never had long hair before, okay? Never in the past have I had long hair before. My family do not particularly have long hair, right? And thirdly, I'm not mixed with anything. I am full black. My parents are Caribbean. So I say that because I want you to know that it's not genetics that have got me to having mid back length hair. That's not what it is, right? But it's what I'm going to share with you in this video, okay? I titled this video that I tried something new and it sped up my length retention. So what I'm actually referring to here is going back. So prior to these 5 years where I've been managing to see massive growth, I'm talking about a change I made back then, okay? So when my hair was stuck, I made this change and now my hair is at mid back length, okay? Just before we get into it, I've got something for you which is called 8 tips on how to get your hair past your plateau length. Feel free to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to let you know how you can get a hold of that. Okay, so just getting into it, I'm going to be using a few notes that I've got here. Well, I firstly want to talk about how I used to treat my hair. And as I'm sharing, I want you to think about whether this sounds familiar to you, if it resonates with you, because this is how I used to treat my hair, yeah? So first of all, I used to have chemicals on my hair all the time. I would relax my hair, okay? Sometimes those chemicals would get onto my scalp and it would damage my follicles, right? I would straighten my hair all the time. I would be straightening my hair sometimes on top of having relaxer, which is crazy because if I'm relaxing my hair, then I'm breaking the bonds. But then if I'm straightening my hair, I'm breaking the bonds even more. And I was doing that regularly, sometimes straightening my hair every day, okay? I would leave my hair out, and in terms of wearing my hair down maybe sometimes, and it was getting dry, right? If I'm leaving my hair out, it was getting dry because here's another thing that I wasn't doing. I wasn't moisturizing my hair. How I used to use moisturizer was I would use a leave-in as a gel. I would use a leave-in to like try and slick my hair down. That's not what a leave-in is for. I also was using gels to slick down my edges every day. And here's the thing, I wasn't washing that gel out either. I only have learned that recently, that if you're putting gel in your hair, and particularly the front of your hair, realistically, you should be washing that out every day. And then lastly, I would also be wearing high tension styles, you know, if my hair is pulled back and it's putting a lot of tension on this area, my edges, or maybe my crown area in the middle, or maybe my nape. These are some of the things that I was doing like on a regular basis, right? So I want to ask, does that sound familiar to you? Do you resonate with that? Is that kind of where you are now? Is that kind of how you're styling your hair now? Because if so, that is literally why your hair is stuck at shoulder length. Yeah. But let's talk about what the change is that I made. Okay. So this is the change that I made, the new thing that I tried, and that's what has got me now to having mid back length hair, having never had long hair before in my life, right? Firstly, so there's five things I'm going to talk about. Firstly, I needed a new routine. Clearly that old situation that was happening, I can't even call it a routine because it wasn't a routine. And I just thought about something else. I wasn't washing my hair on any type of schedule. I was washing my hair when I felt like it. Okay. So I needed a new routine, which was a schedule. And that is the change that I made. That is the new change that I made. So one of the things was I stopped any bad habits. Some of those habits were like straightening, chemicals that I mentioned, tight styles, high tension styles. I had to stop those. I also started protective styling. I started wearing my hair in twists, in plaits. I started putting my hair in buns so that my ends were tucked away. And that's how I was protecting my hair. I made sure I was diligent to wear my headscarf to bed every day, every night. I also, if I was laying down, I would also make sure my head was covered, just laying down on a settee, anything like that. I just made sure my hair was covered, that it was protected, okay? Thirdly is I started moisturizing my hair properly. Remember I said before how I was using a leave-in conditioner before by using it and slicking my hair back. I started moisturizing my hair properly in terms of really applying moisture to my hair strands with the intention of preventing my hair from getting dry. Okay. And I also had to learn my moisture cycle. What is the point that my hair gets dry, and moisturize it before then? Yeah. Fourthly, I kept my ends tucked away. So right now you can see my hair is out. Oh, it's not out. Shame. That's hilarious. Anyway, I would keep my ends tucked away like it is now in buns. Okay. That was a big one, because I want you to know that the ends of your hair are the weakest part of your hair. They are the oldest part of your hair. And it's the ends of your hair that's breaking. It's not that your hair isn't growing. It's that the ends of your hair I think I just said your ends aren't breaking. The ends of your hair are breaking. That's what's stopping you from seeing length. It's not that your hair isn't growing. It is growing, but your ends are breaking. And so once I made this change and implemented this new routine, which part of it was, keeping my ends tucked away, I was able to retain length. Like literally, I sped up my length retention. And then the last thing, the fifth thing that this one for me was a game changer realistically. This one massively sped up my length retention, which was sealing my ends. And if you've been hanging around this channel for a while, you know that I talk about that quite a bit. I talk about how I use flaxseed gel and how I apply flaxseed gel to the ends of my hair so that it seals the ends of my hair. Okay, and it prevents single strand knots and split ends. Some of them, it can't prevent all of them, of course. And that's how I seal my ends. And another thing that only recently I've started doing, which I've just seen again, like massive change, is, let me show you. So right now, the end of my hair, I've got this silk hair bubble. So I've put the flaxseed gel in my ends, and then I've put the silk hair bubble around my ends. Then I've tucked my ends away. And I'm telling you, I did my hair 7 days ago. Normally by about day 5, those ends are struggling, man. Those ends are beginning to need more moisture. But with what I've been doing recently, adding flaxseed gel to my hair and then even putting a silk hair bubble around it, like, I wish you could, let me just show you, because why not give you a bit of proof? My ends are still sealed with this flaxseed gel. Look, can you see how the ends are like together? They're not frayed. They're not, just all over the place. The ends are together. That's because of the flaxseed gel. And that's because of using this silk bubble around it. Yeah. Okay, so those are the 5 kind of big changes that I made. I mean, the main big change that I'm talking about is the fact that I implemented a routine. That is the big change. But the 5 things are part of the routine. And trust me, those things have massively sped up my length retention. I mean, yeah, and by the way, all of these tips that I'm sharing, all of them and more, are actually in one of my products. It's how to grow your natural hair past your shoulder length for the first time ever. So if you've never had long hair before, this might be for you. If you've never been able to grow your hair past your shoulder length, this might be for you. If you've been trying different things, trying whatever, and it's not working, this might be for you. Yeah. So feel free to head to the link in the description box of this video and you can grab that, how to grow your natural hair past your shoulder length for the first time ever. Because everything that I've put in there is literally what has got me to waist length and beyond. That's literally what has got me there. And so, yeah, but if, you're not keen on that, if you just want to grab all of the free content that I have available on this YouTube channel, then massively, 100% do that. Like, oh my gosh, I want you to get all of the value out of my channel as you can, because I initially started this channel just to document my hair journey. But I've realized over time, people are then coming to me and asking me, oh my gosh, how do you grow your hair? Oh my gosh, how do you do that? Oh my gosh, how? And so, yeah, I just started sharing with people how I've been growing my hair, how I've managed to get it to mid-back length for the first time ever, literally having never had long hair before. And so, yeah, as I said, if you prefer to just stick with the free content that I provide on YouTube, then of course, definitely do that. And these same tips and more are in this video. So feel free to go and watch that next, because that again is going to help you to get past your length plateau. That's all about, what I'm sharing in these videos. Let's get you past this length plateau so you're not stuck anymore. So go ahead and watch this video next, and I'll see you soon.